Hello, welcome, good people, to the debut show of Machiavellian Thoughts here at GAB Sports, where we're just going to get right into things, topics, issues, things that I'm seeing out here that nobody's really talking about because maybe they don't want to step on anybody's toes. Maybe they just don't want to cause a distraction. I don't know. But I'm going to give you the real. I'm going to keep it 100 as we jump into a best ball draft as well. That's our main goal here. But we're just going to go ahead and also touch on some things that, maybe are getting a little overlooked and under evaluated and not discussed. So we want to welcome you all to GAB Sports. Thank you for coming in. On your way in, please take the time to tap the like button, subscribe to the channel if you already are not. And yes, best ball summer is heating up right away. And so we're going to go ahead and get into these things as we return after this intro. All right. Peace.
I read the board like maps. 3 moves ahead, no cap. You draft on vibes and dreams. I build my league from scratch. My bench got hidden gems. Your roster full of names. I spot the league before it shows, then pour salt on the game. I trade like a casino, flip risk in the gold. You chase last week's fireworks, I chase the box score code. I know the soft matchups line up, buffets and rain. I turn a sleepy Sunday into a money train. Check the line, I'm locked in. Every we got teeth. You bring a hot take, I bring season long receipts. I got the crown. Draft day, I run this town. Stack my wins, cash my clout. Say my name when lights go out.
It's your boy, YUUNGMOOLAHH, man. All right. Welcome aboard. We are gentle and blissful, gifted and beautiful, generous and benevolent, and most appreciatively, we are grateful and blessed. Guidelines to achieve and build GAB Sports, and I'm your guy, YUUNGMOOLAHH. Yeah, I know there's a wonderful game going on right here between the Knicks and the Spurs. Actually, the Spurs is kicking their ass. But we just want to go ahead and talk about this before we jump into our draft. We're going to come in and get one draft because I actually want to check out the end of that Knicks game myself. But yes, you are joining us here on Machiavellian Thoughts with your guy, GAB. And so let's just hop right into today's discussion here. All right. So I want to pull this up. I'm going to share this screen here on the ADP of a certain guy. He's our poster boy. Yeah, we're going straight for the juggler. And let me just say, I love this guy as a player. You got to love the competitiveness. You got to love the dedication. You got to love the approach. He's a professional, a true professional at such a young age. But let's just get into it. Travis Hunter. Yes, I call him the wide deceiver. And what is going on out here in these best ball streets? If we look at his ADP of 137.8, I got to say to myself, what the fuck are y'all doing out here in these best ball streets drafting Travis Hunter at 137? Look at the expectation here for the role that we're even talking about. We know he's a two-way player, right? A two-way player in the NFL has never had a humongous role on both sides of the ball. You simply can't. The amount of physicality and energy, the strength, just the whole magnitude of the whole situation of playing both sides of the ball in a full-time or semi-full-time fashion is just not going to happen at the NFL level. It's too physical of a game. And one of my critiques of Travis Hunter last year is that they were throwing this guy in there too much with his physique. He's a skinny guy last year. He didn't have much weight. I knew he was going to get worn down. So by week 5 or 6, this dude's already hurt, And so that's number one, the physicality and the toughness it takes to play both sides at almost a full-time level. So we know that's not going to happen. So if we break down his snaps, right? break down his snaps. Okay, he played quite a bit of snaps on offense before they got Jakobi Meyers, which was after he also got hurt. But just look at that. Say you're going to play 60, 70 snaps total. And 60, 70 snaps total is a lot of snaps if you're playing like on one side of the ball. So just divide it up on two sides of the ball. 70 snaps. We're going to give you 70 snaps, Travis Hunter, at the NFL level. All that 90, 100 snaps you're just playing in college, no, not happening at the NFL level. You ain't playing 100 snaps a game for 16 weeks. You get worn out. You save the 100 snaps, 85 to 100 snaps for big games, a playoff game, a meaningful divisional game down the stretch that can have playoff implications. Okay, so maybe he plays 85, 95 snaps in those kinds of games. But if you just look at the expected snap count, I'll give you 70 snaps. And so do we want to break that up on offense and defense? Because look at the depth chart, number one, of the cornerbacks on this roster. And then look at the depth chart of the wide receivers on the roster of the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's going to be a full-time cornerback, pretty much full-time, okay? So we're going to break down 70 snaps total. We'll give you 45 on defense, 25 on offense. And I'm being generous with the 25 on offense. So I'm taking Travis Hunter with the expectation that he's going to get 25 snaps on offense, which is going to be the high end of the projection. And so those 25 snaps, what, he's just the number one dude over there? Have you been watching the OTAs? Because maybe this factored into why people were jumping on Travis Hunter at this ridiculous price of 137 ADP. This might be playing into that, right? You thought BTJ was done, right? Well, let me give you a shocking bit of news here. He is lighting guys up in training camp, or OTAs, whatever. But he's looking special out there. He looks like he's returning to previous form and being traded. BTJ was never going to be traded. Don't whoever start talking about that, take that thought out of your mind as immediately and don't let it ever creep back in. He is not getting traded. We're never giving up on BTJ this early in his career, just off of one kind of down season where there was a lot of extenuating circumstances which contributed to that downward season, right? He's healthier now. I think a friend had passed away early, a real close friend that kind of played on his head. He's a young guy, man. These things can happen. But right now, frankly, you saw the Carnell Tate clips looking really good. There's no wide receiver right now who's looking as good as BTJ right now. Nobody. This dude is looking spectacular out there. So we already, what's that term they like to use now, the people? Mogged. Travis Hunter, your wide receiver role, just got mogged already by BTJ. He's not going anywhere, and he's looking like the guy. So that's number one. Okay, so he's not going to play because Travis Hunter is not going to play because we thought BTJ was going, because that's not going to happen. And also, when he was getting those high snaps last year, Travis Hunter, Jakobi Meyers was not on the team yet. Granted, Jakobi Meyers came in after Travis Hunter got hurt and then filled the snap count there. But are we under the impression somehow out here in this fantasy streets that Travis Hunter is going to play ahead of Jakobi Meyers? No, he's not. Okay, so is he going to play ahead of Parker Washington? No, he's not. So to me, here's the plan. They're going to use him as a cornerback first and foremost. So he's going to be a starting cornerback. And then there'll be certain sets, maybe they're trailing, maybe it's a 2-minute drill. There'll be certain situations where Travis Hunter will get some snaps. Some snaps, right? I'm looking at 20 to 24 snaps per game peak. These are the peak. You're not getting more than that. That's the best case scenario. So we want to take a chance, right? Also, one thing I forgot about. They drafted 2 tight ends. Yeah, this team drafted 2 tight ends this draft. And I'm hearing a lot of talk that they're going to employ a lot more 12 and 13 personnel. So that right there is also taking another receiver out of the 3 they have, Jakobi Meyers, Parker Washington, BTJ, that's taking one of those receivers already off the field. So are we saying that, the two receivers that will be left on the field is going to be Travis Hunter and one other person? Again, I have to strike that one down as not likely to happen or not going to happen. So we're taking Travis Hunter under all these circumstances, under all these different conditions, because, yeah, he has the upside. Oh, yeah. If he was going to play receiver 100% or close to a full snap of receiver snaps. But the overwhelming percentage of outcomes here is that Travis Hunter does not play a meaningful number of snaps. Even if a guy goes down, he still does, because he's going to be needed on the defensive side of the ball. First and foremost, that's going to be his main role this year. Now, as he develops in his career, and again, I love Travis Hunter. As he develops, this is not a knock on him. This is just a point of reference that they just have too many receivers already, and he's more needed on defense. But as he gets further into his career, maybe it levels out, like in the next couple of years, where he can go 45 snaps on defense, 30 to 35 on offense, give or take a few, right? And kind of add a couple here on the offense, subtract on the defense. But as of right now, with their receiving room this loaded, you just simply can't be taking Travis Hunter over guys like Rashid Shaheed, Jalen McMillan, Trey Tucker, Jalen Naylor, even rookies like Denzel Boston, Antonio Williams. I can't see you taking this guy over these guys. In fact, I got Travis Hunter so far down on my rankings, I will never get him, because you guys are just snapping this dude up in 135, 140 at the latest, and you have him, have at it, because that's an insane pick to me. So that's basically what we wanted to cover with this topic on Machiavellian Thoughts, our first debut episode. So we just wanted to go over this ridiculous experience of people just, I guess, in love with the idea of Travis Hunter as a receiver when he's just going to be a cornerback. All right. So let's go ahead and jump over onto a draft here on Underdog. We're going to look at the pointer, actually, because we want to get some of these in. Yes, we definitely want to get some of these in right now, because I'm not sure when this is going to fill, how fast it will fill. But we're taking our shots right here, right now, in the pointer. All right. All right, let's see what we're at. I'll go ahead and jump in on my phone here in a second. Let's see what's going on out here. The pointer. So yeah, every time I join in on my computer when I'm streaming, it never lets me join in. Yeah, it always tells me I got some sort of blockers going or whatever. That's fine. So we will jump in on the phone. It's looking like it's what? How much field? The pointer? 30% in one day. Yeah, so this is going to feel fast. This looks to be my fourth one. So I'll get mine in for sure. And all right. Let's have at it right now. We're joining the pointer right now. Okay, we're in. And we have one more to start. That'll be great. And let me come back 1 second. All right. All right. We are back. And I'm sure this draft is about to be underway. Let's see. Starts in 12 seconds. Okay. Let's have at it. As we are here on a Wednesday with Machiavellian Thoughts, we have the 7th pick in the draft room. All right. Going to throw on a little bit of music. Might as well entertain ourselves. We thank each and every one of you that tunes into this live or on the replay as we are back in these streets drafting best ball contests over here on Underdog. It's your guy, YUUNGMOOLAHH, GAB Sports. Feel free to come in, smash the like button, kick your shoes off, subscribe to the channel. We'll be here on Wednesdays. We're just checking out these different time slots. So we'll go ahead and probably draft one draft tonight. And yeah, let's go ahead and get our draft thing up once I make this pick. Do I want Amon-Ra? We're going to go with Amon-Ra here. Switch things up just a little bit. Give me one different team. Okay. It's trying to load. Let's load. Let's load. Load. Before I come back up. Okay. Now we have the screen up for you all to see the draft board. I hope. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Okay. We are coming in at the 2.6, 18th pick overall. And we started off with our guy, Amon-Ra, in the 6th hole. Yeah, we are okay going with a receiver because as we showed on our last video, picking receiver in the first round has actually been the winning formula, part of the winning formula at least. Also drafting in June. If you haven't checked it out, we did a video on Monday of what is the importance of drafting in June. And that's part of it, is that these are when the winners are built. And also, that formula also incorporated a wide receiver as your first pick. Oh, we're going with Big Dog. Big Dog. He's not slowing down this year. You thought he was. No, Big Dog's not slowing down. He's indestructible. There are certain guys out here who just have that kind of build and that makeup where they just are indestructible. They'll quit when they want to quit. And he's one of those dudes. So he's got at least one more good year, especially playing with Lamar, which gives him plenty of running room. Big Dog is still a force to be reckoned with. Anybody tells you different, okay, whatever. I'm writing down. Get your pen out. This will be able to be written in ink. 13 touchdowns. Write it already in pen. Name me another running back that you can write that down in. Maybe Gibbs. In pen, not pencil. You won't have to erase this. They're getting that many minimum touchdowns. Yes, those guys. Minimum 13 touchdowns. You'll see. Yeah, bank it. This is bankable stuff for these kinds of guys who just have that ability to get the touchdowns each year, each and every year. They get it. All right. We're going to do a little lo-fi background music. Yeah. Put it nice and soft for us. As you are joining us here, take your time. Come on in. Feel free to hit the like button as you enter. subscribe to the channel, and let's go ahead and do this, Brutus. We're up in 3 picks. So looking at the draft board, okay, I think I know what I want to do here. I got a 1-1 start so far. So who else do we want to take here? Are we looking at guys like Rivers possibly? How about we go with this combination? We got a Zay Flowers and Derrick Henry, big dog combination. Yeah, let's do that. How about we do that? Okay. And now, let's see, is anybody in this draft that we know? Who's in this draft of the pointer that we know? Let's look at some of the names here. We got, not really recognizing many people, which is good. Yeah. It's good to be in little discreet rooms sometimes where you're just not really going up against the old usual suspects. And we appreciate that. So we're going to go ahead and draft this draft in silence. And we're going to take the picks that we like, as we've already started off with a pretty good idea of what we want to do here. Everything's lining up. And in the 4th round, looks like somebody's going to fall who we like. I can see it already coming into fruition. Or will we go ahead and pull up somebody that we want to pull up? All avenues are available to us on which way we want to go here. And so let's go ahead. We are coming up here in 3 picks. So I'm going to fill up my queue with players that you cannot see that I'm putting into my queue, which is on purpose. I don't want you to see. And all right, we got a few directions we can go here. I think I know which one I want to do. Do we take Brain Buster? The Brain Buster? Cam Scatterbo? Yeah, go bust your brains out and give me some touchdowns. We'll go ahead and take them. Here as our second RB, we got 2 physical running backs who should get plenty of goal line work, which translates to touchdowns. Yeah, we want to be feeling it. We want to be feeling our TD swag. Yes, we do. Our TD swag. Let's go ahead and bust it out. We want to be feeling our TD swag. We're going to be feeling some TD swag with these 2 picks of 2 bruising running backs that get plenty of goal line work. So, yeah, that's what we do. You got to be seeking touchdowns over here on Underdog, right? Because if you're not getting touchdowns, because you're not getting PPR points, right? You're not getting any bonuses for your yardage. If you're not scoring touchdowns, you're not putting up the really big weekly winning type scores over here on Underdog. You got to get the TDs. All right, we are up in 1 pick here in the 5th round, and we're going to close out this Baltimore bet with our guy, LaMarvelous. We're going LaMarvelous, big dog. Zay Flowers. 3 out of the top 5 picks, we went with Baltimore Ravens. So we're banking on this offense. And our guy, Declan Doyle. Don't know much about you, Declan, other than you studied under Ben Johnson. That should give you, some good pedigree there. You got an endorsement, ringing endorsement, just coming from that camp, right? So we'll see if you really know what you're doing. But I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. When you got a guy like LaMarvelous handling the ball every possession, what can you do to mess that up? You shouldn't be able to, right? You should not be able to mess this up. That's what it says, right? There's no way I messed this up. I got Lamar Jackson touching the ball every single play. He won't mess it up, right? Yeah, that's my bet. We are up in 6 picks. Let's see what the board is looking like. Our board is looking like. All right. We're right in the middle of things here. Out of the 7 hole. Are we going to get a receiver that we like coming up here? Or do we go ahead and take another running back? I don't know which direction. I just know it will not be a quarterback. Since we are rolling with the elite selection of Lamar already, there's no need to take a second quarterback this early. Some people do like to, double down on some quarterbacks early. But we are not in the business of overloading our draft capital on quarterbacks. Rarely will you see that strategy. I mean, I'd like to get it as different as the next guy, honestly, but won't see me doing that. No, I will not. Do we want to fill in? Tyler Warren just went. I was considering him as a possibility, but we'll stick with our Jacksonville theme. We're really high on the Jags this year, so we'll go ahead and take Parker Washington in the middle of the 6th. Yes, I believe in old Parker boy. Yeah, he's going to do his thing this year, and I'm betting on this offense, right? As we already discussed, Travis Hunter, you're a wide deceiver. Yeah, not playing receiver. You're going to be playing defensive back, right? Most of the game. And you'll get a few snaps on offense. They'll be playing 13 personnel. And then they got 3 receivers ahead of you. And so, as talented as the guy is, and he's very talented, this is a team that's on the verge of competing for a Super Bowl. So they want to have a team that is good on both sides of the ball. And right now, with that cornerback room in need of some stability, his most valuable role on this team is already pointing straight to the defense as a cornerback, right? You're gonna have to guard guys like Jamar Chase, right? You're gonna have to guard guys like DK Metcalf, right? You're gonna have to guard in your own division, Nico Collins, Carnell Tate has just arrived in your division. So they got plenty for him to do other than play offense when you already got 3 receivers, BTJ, Park Washington, and Jacoby Myers. So I'm firmly on that side. I don't see how anybody can convince me otherwise. I just don't see the argument, but, argue as you may. We'll all see what happens. But the coach speak and everything is pointing to defensive first role here for Travis Hunter. So that 137 ADP is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. I mean, really. So I'm staying clear. It's okay if you guys want to stay on that train because I will not be joining you. You'll be all by yourselves. We got our guy Zero in here. What's going on, buddy? We're going ahead and we're in a pointer. Yep, we're here in a pointer. What's up, man? Thanks for joining me. Our guy Zero. I might have to have you on here, Zero, man. We're going to have to do a little show together. He's a loyal listener here. And I'll reach out to you soon, buddy. Parker is cool, but never over Marv. I don't know about that. I think it's pretty even. I like Marv too this year, but I think it's coming down to the offenses, and I'm really much higher on the offense of the Jaguars as opposed to the Cardinals this year. So, oh wow, do we want to lock up our second quarterback and just call it a day here? I think I'm gonna just do that. I think we have the build to do it so far. So yeah, we'll go and lock up our second quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. We got a stack already with our guy Parker, and we just call it a day on quarterback. So yeah, that's something I don't mind doing sometimes. 8th, 9th round, take your second quarterback if you already got one elite, and then we call it a day there. Meaning we're just going to go ahead and look at the other positions, right? Don't need quarterback. No more quarterbacks on this room. So we can load up our queue with some guys we are interested in. And hopefully we get a couple fallers. If not, we're not worried about ADPs in these time box contests. It's usually just my strategy to get the team that I want, the build that I want. I drafted a team earlier today. I got 5 Jacksonville pieces. I got Trevor Lawrence +4. And I feel good about that team. I mean, it's just one of those teams. It's just built for these kinds of contests where you kind of just overstack one team, and then you're banking that that team carries you in one of those playoff weeks, right? Preferably 15 or 16 and 17, right? So you want 2 weeks maybe that this offense explodes. And this is the type of offense that can explode multiple times a year. So it's not some random team that doesn't have any kind of weapons. I mean, the weapons on Jacksonville are just, they got a lot of talent on offense, man. I mean, a lot. Do we want Pearsall here? Or do we take a guy we really like? I'm just kind of scared of Pearsall. We're going to go with one of our favorites who we haven't been able to get much of this guy because of our structures. But here, we get Fannin to come at a reasonable price, and we like this guy a ton. So we're going to roll with Harold Fannin Jr. Yes, we are. All right, so you underweight Parker, but you mix him in just in case I'm wrong. Yeah, you have to play two sides, basically, at least to some degree, right? In many of these spots, especially on these very explosive teams, I can't be totally sure that my guy Luther Burden is just going to be the one that crushes, right? You got to get some Roman Dunze. You got to get some Loveland. Although I'm going to be super high on Burden, but you can't be totally sure, especially when these teams can score a ton of points. So you got to play a little bit of the other side as well. And just, I like to just load up on the offense in general, the offenses that I like. If you love the Chargers, load up on the whole team. You love the Bears, you love the Jaguars, you love the Packers, whichever team it is, Patriots. Just get all the players in different combinations, obviously. I still can get a good receiver here that I like. Yeah. This board is falling perfectly for me. All right, let's see how it looks for you guys. We still are able to show the board here. All right. Last few rounds. Oh, the guy got Burrow too, who got Chase, huh? Good for him. I see if you're in these sharper kind of rooms, although I don't know if this is considered a sharper room, but sometimes you can get the Burrow to fall to you, but I never have any kind of luck with that. He never falls to me when I get Chase. He always gets picked. I got Matthew Golden here in the 10th round. I think that's pretty good value, even though it's right around his ADP, I would assume. Few picks pass. I think I like this guy quite a bit. I like that Packers passing game this year because the Packers are going to be maybe having to deal with a suspension potentially of Josh Jacobs, although I'm leaning towards that being a nothing burger in the end, possibly. I mean, there's a lot of angles being played out here by a lot of people these days, and I'm not one to just automatically believe the first hint of a story that I see, when people are accusing people of something. Let the facts play out. We'll see. If the man is guilty as charged, he should be going to jail. But a lot of times the facts come out and it's a different angle that people are playing in some of these cases. A lot of times it's about money, just unfortunately, that's the way it is. And, we'll see how it plays out. But hopefully he's okay and they're okay, and that this is a misunderstanding. It's just a single dust up. Maybe the tempers got heated or whatever. And they'll resolve it amicably, hopefully, or financially. However, sometimes you got to break them off a little bread and then move on, right? Do we need another running back? We got Jaylen Warren, big dog. I do want to add another running back right here. It'll be Jordan Mason, another guy I'm pretty high on this year, because he may be able to secure that lead role there over in Minnesota, right? Our guy's zero. You didn't get in this one, huh? You've been trying to get more Bears after you gave me the bull case. Yeah, the Bears, man, I tell you, the Bears, I mean, I don't believe in jinxes, with this Madden stuff, but if Caleb stays upright and if he kind of continues that momentum that he had at the end of last year, in that playoff games where he was making some plays. If he takes this another step and this makes some more strides in this Ben Johnson offense, yeah, the Bears could be one of the best offenses out there with the talent that they have on that side of the ball. So I'm bullish on the Bears. I hope their ADPs change a little, but it doesn't look like it. It just looks like they're just going to stay as they were pre-draft as well. Everybody's just not moving off the Bears. So their prices are pretty much going to be what they are. Pretty pricey. But that's okay. I still get them. Now, we made our case about Travis Hunter. So I'm a man of my word. I will never take him at this price, even if I got the Jacksonville stack. Never. I'll just see if he falls, and he just never falls. So I end up never getting him because I think it's ridiculous to take him over some of these other receivers, even if I have the stack. I still will not take him. Do we want to take a tight end here? A guy that we don't have much of? No, we don't. We're going to go running back. We are adding another running back to the mix. A guy, Woody Marks. Most people do not like him, but that's all right. I don't really love him either, but hey, he's one injury away from being a full-time back, right? There's very little depth after Demo and Woody Marks, to where if Demo goes down, Woody Marks is getting pretty much a full workload, right? So sometimes you just look at it as that. Do I love him as a standalone value? If Demo is up and upright, he'll have maybe a game or two that can help out your roster. But with this roster build coming in as my fifth and final back, he'll be fine in that role here on this roster. So I'll take a guy like that when it just fits the bill. But I'm not looking for him to be one of your top guys that you're relying on. He has to be a guy with contingency value and also, one week standalone value where maybe he gets a couple touchdowns somehow. Being in the right spot, right time. Okay. There is another Jaguar who we will take, though. Yeah, we'll take that dude. We will take that guy. Oh, Travis Hunter's falling this time. Yeah, I might have. They're going to look at me like, oh, man, you was bashing Travis Hunter, and now all of a sudden you didn't took him. He was lying this whole time. No, the price was okay to take him. If the price keeps dropping, but it didn't drop far enough. As much as we like our dude, we're going to take this tight end instead, though. Yeah. We're going to take this guy instead. Chig Okonkwo. Okay, so we're winding down this draft. As you can see, we are sitting on a 2-5-4-2 through 13 rounds. And we probably need to load up a little bit on our receiver room. Let's see what we got available to us at receiver. Not looking that bad, if I have to say so myself. Receivers that are still available. You got a bag of Tracy and Woody. Yeah, because those are the guys that, in certain builds, when we do certain builds, you get those kinds of dudes to kind of fill out the rest of your roster. Yeah, I agree. And you got most drafted tight end. Yeah. Chig. Yeah, man, I think we got a lot of good thoughts together, man. You want to come on the show, Zero? Yeah, let's do a show, man. I'll send you a little invite. Just go ahead and you over when I see you on the Discord, I'll hit you up and see if you want what works best for you. Because yeah, these solo shows can get a little static. You need another guy to bounce some stuff off of. We're just gonna do this one draft tonight and get back to watching that game. And go ahead and come back at you on Friday. We got our Friday show. Let's go ahead and put up the show times after I make this next pick. We'll go ahead and put up our schedule to those who will catch this during the replay and coming in here. All right. Oh, yeah, I like this guy falling. I really like this guy falling. Lots of good buzz coming out of camp already. Fell a pick or two past ADP, but I think he's been rising, though. That's why I'm saying he's falling. Because this guy's been hard for me to get at this price lately. Every time I'm in a draft, it goes a little bit higher than this. And so to me, this is a bit of a fall. Yes, it is. Are there any other guys that we really have our eyes on? Usually this late, I'm just filling out the roster on basically what I need. So I don't need a quarterback. I don't need a running back. So basically just filling out the rest of the roster with the top plays that I like on the left on the board. And some of our top guys, and mixing in a few guys that I may be low exposure to right now. What do you think of Darnell Washington? I've been thinking he didn't give this guy this money for nothing. I think they may be ready to expand this guy's role, right? That's how I'm looking at it, that Darnell Washington might get a better role, right? This team drafting itself, isn't it? Yeah, it's just I'm on like autopilot. I could probably just put on the auto right now and it'll just finish it out for me. All right, yep, I'll hit you up on Discord. Yep. Let's do this, Brutus. My guy, Zero Fucks. Coming through. Appreciate you, man. All right, so we coming up on our next pick here. We got a 2-5-5-2 build. And I'm going to reach on the tight end. I think I'll just take another receiver. Okay, how many week 7 buys we got? Oh, we're all right. We're all right on the bye weeks. We'll take Trey Harris. Not truly in love with the guy, but who knows? Who knows who's really going to emerge there in LA, right? It could be a few different guys at different times. That's how I'm looking at this offense. They're going to spread the wealth. So we're going to get some good games out of most of these guys. Just depends on how many good games you get out of Trey Harris. Who knows? But QJ's going to give you some big games. McConkey's going to give you some big games. The running backs are going to give you some big games. And Herbert's going to give you some big games. The tight end in combination will give you some usable games. 1 week it could be Njoku. The next time it can be Gadsden, right? So this is going to be a spread the wealth type of offense. So let's go ahead and get our share of that wealth through Trey Harris. Okay. Brandon Ayuk is scaring me. It just doesn't seem like he's in the has the mindset to want to play this year? Does he really want to play football? Excuse me. Does he want to play football this year, or does he just want to throw to the 49ers? I mean, this guy, show us a workout video. Show us, give us some kind of hope. Give us something to believe in, that you're really out here working to get back. All right, we're going to go ahead and pull this guy up and close out our tight end room. And so now, Greg doses. I got plenty of doses. I think they'll be in trail mode most of the season. So now we want to close out our receiver room with these last 2 picks. We're going wide receiver. It's not a mystery how this team is going to be. That's how this team is going to be configured. 2-5-8-3 will be the configuration. Or do we draft a 4th tight end? Let me see. Don't typically like doing that. Not going to rule it out just to be different. Won't rule it out. Shit, I might even throw Shedeur on this roster. Just because it gives me another angle since I got 2 of his pieces. Gives me another out late, possibly. Wasn't planning on doing 3 quarterbacks, but since I got 2 of the Browns, it might make some sense to add my guy Shedeur into the mix. Okay, receiver. Let's see the receiver that we like here. Oh, we like this guy. We like this guy here. I have been getting a ton of shares of this guy. Let's see if he makes it to me. The very next pick, because this guy's taking a receiver, I can bet you. He took a running back, Mike Washington. Okay. I was wrong. Torrey Horton is the guy that I was speaking of, who I really love this year. I think our guy, Cooper Kupp, I'm sorry, great career. Salute to you, buddy, but I think he's toast. Watson, the quarterback in Cleveland. It's possible, guy. Our guy, Steven Marker. Thanks for joining us. Hey, yeah, we're just going to be 1 in and 1 out today. So, but we thank you for coming in. Go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Our guy, Steven Marker. Yeah, Watson is the quarter. I've been drafting mostly Shedeur, but I get some Watson, and then I got rosters where I drafted both of them. Yeah, I've actually drafted both of these guys. So let's see what my receiver room looks like. Can I stop? I can definitely stop right there. Wouldn't hurt to add the 8th one. I don't need another quarterback, but I think in this kind of a contest, if I do reach the finals, what I'm thinking here, it won't be a bad idea to have an extra out at the quarterback stack position, because I'll have a pretty good stack here of Cleveland as well. And at that late juncture, here's my real thoughts on the quarterback situation. Even if Deshaun Watson starts off the season ahead of Shedeur, he will not finish the season ahead of Shedeur. Something's going to go wrong. Whether he gets hurt, whether he's ineffective, Shedeur is going to be during those key weeks down the stretch. And so we went with Shedeur Sanders to give us that 3rd quarterback out in case this team does get to the playoffs. So I don't mind that here on this team. I wasn't planning on doing it, but in the way things shook out and I ended up getting Boston and Fannin, hey, we're going to throw our guy in there with the full stack of Cleveland. And so that's how it ends here. But yeah, you can see that. All right. Yeah. It's one of those things where who really knows, right? But that's just a thought as far as Watson he hasn't played a full season in quite a while, right? But check out the new schedule that we want to put up for you here. Okay. So the new schedule of shows, because we're coming back at you. We will be coming back at you here on Friday. And the new schedule is right here. Friday, we're going to come at you at 3:45 p.m. Pacific, 6:45 Eastern. With Fiesta Fridays, we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to be just throwing our party, probably eating tacos one of these times. This is a taco place out here that is fire, man. And I'll probably show y'all some of these red tacos that we got out here in Cali. Man, it's the best Mexican food in the world out here in California. We got some spots. And yeah, so we got the Sunday, we got a show called the Knockout Brunch. That'll be an interesting show. And so thank you for joining us, all that come in, and thanks for all that watch on the replay as well. Appreciate you guys. And so we are going to go ahead and sign out here, and appreciate you coming in, hitting the like button, and join us Friday for our Fiesta Fridays at 3:45 p.m. Pacific, 6:45 p.m. Eastern. All right. Let's go ahead and sign on out. Let me turn this background music off and hit the outro, and we're out of here. All right. Peace.
I read the board like maps. 3 moves ahead, no cap. You draft on vibes and dreams. I built my league from scratch. My bench got hidden gems. Your roster full of names. I spot the league before it shows, then pour salt on the game. I trade like a casino, flip risk in the gold. You chase last week's fireworks, I chase the box score code. I know the soft matchups, line up buffets and rain. I turn a sleepy Sunday into a money train. Check the line, I'm locked in. Every we got teeth. You bring a hot take, I bring season long receipts. I got the crown, I got the crown. Draft day, I run this town. Stack my wins, cash my clout. Say my name when lights go out.
It's your boy YUUNGMOOLAHH, man.